Oh my God, it is freaking hot here today. It's, I think, 40 degrees Celsius, and I don't know what to do. It's like really, really hot. And it's not the point of this video, but I needed to get that off my chest because if I'm sweating, please don't tell me I'm sweating already, but I might start sweating throughout the video. Because I'm already quite upset because obviously I'm having a big stressful time at the moment. I made a video about a creative breakdown last week and I'm still there. I still feel like I don't know how to create. So excuse me if I feel a bit not as calm as usual because I'm really not feeling well. And I've been doubting myself. It came with this creative block that I'm having and that I'm trying to push through. And you're watching me doing it at the moment, trying my best to push through. And I think it could help you as well if you feel that way too, because it is so frustrating. It is so frustrating, especially when your livelihood depends on being creative. Like if you're creative by profession, like I am, like I have 3 channels on different social media platforms. If I don't write, which I have to do right now, I cannot do the things that I actually enjoy more, and that is filming and that is editing. If you feel that way as well, then this video is for you. I think we should have a conversation about this. So let's talk. Let's talk about how this negative self-talk influences our creativity. Because when we start having a creative block or a productive block and we don't do what we expect of ourselves or what other people expect, then the first thing that happens is, you suck, Patrick. You suck so much. You will never get it done. You'd never amount to anything. Just think about the last time you thought that way. Did this actually make you more productive? No. No, it doesn't make you more productive. It doesn't make me productive. I'm still sitting there and insulting myself and beating myself up, and I don't become more creative. So negative self-talk just makes the block worse. The more we feel blocked, the more we indulge in negative self-talk. And the more we do that, the more we get blocked. So this is one thing we need to be aware of, because if you don't break through this, we will not, it will just get worse and you start hating yourself. And that's what I have been going through the last week, last Monday, exactly 1 week ago, and I'm standing here again. So why does it hurt so much when we don't get the stuff done that we want to, if we're not creative? When it's tied to our sense of identity, then it's even worse, right? It's not just, okay, I just draw from time to time. No, it's, I have to do this. This is part of me. If I don't get to put something on paper, if I don't draw the way I draw, if I don't write the right way I write, if I don't make a video the way I do, then I'm not being myself, right? And that's bad. I mean, it's basically our whole identity is at stake. And that's how I feel, and I don't get things done that way, especially when they have to be creative. And that's even worse, because the creative stuff has to flow freely. And if you're putting yourself under pressure, it flows even less. And it feels like I'm failing at being myself, When creativity is your identity, every block becomes an identity crisis. So lesson number 3 is, if there's no clarity, then this can fuel the self-doubt. Because without clarity, I can immediately feel blocked. Now, I think there are good news here, because I figured out what can help me to still get going and to not beat myself up so much, right? I mean, of course, the self-talk is there. Who am I kidding? It will not just disappear, not for you, not for me. There are phases. It will be different from time to time. But here are 3 things that I think that can really help to deal with the self-talk and for our creative block. And the first thing is, I want to reframe how we look at our inner critic, because the inner critic is not really there to harm us. It's actually the opposite. Every time it thinks like, hey, you're not good enough, you should not do this, it doesn't do that to make us feel bad, which is weird because we do feel bad, obviously. It does it to protect us. Look at the inner critic as some sort of protector. Think about an overprotective mom that watches her son on a bicycle for the first time, and she's like, no, don't do that, you can't do that yet, stop, you will fall, you will fall, you will fall. The mom just wants to protect the child, right? But if she's overprotective, this kid will never learn. It will never learn how to fall and never learn how to ride the bike, right? So our inner critic doesn't mean to harm us. It is just very bad at helping us. So that is something to be aware of. Like, if we start to demonize our own thoughts, the parts within us, then we're really in a bad situation, because then we're at war with ourselves. So it's better to try to integrate however we feel, and accept that there are different parts within us that have a different agenda. Some want to protect us, some just want to have fun, some want to create. This leads me to the second thing that could help us, and that is, you get to choose what to believe, right? So you listen to these different voices in your head, the inner critic, or your inner mom, your inner dad, and we all have different voices in our head. Some are encouraging, some are beating us up. But you can choose what you want to believe, right? Today I spent the whole day listening to my own thoughts, thinking, Patrick, you suck. You suck, you suck, you suck. I had to hear it the whole day. A big chunk of my energy today I spent trying to detach myself from that voice. Just remember, these thoughts are not real. You get to decide what you want to believe and what you want to determine as useful or not. Okay, here's number 3 that helps, and that is stop trying, which sounds a bit counterintuitive, but I mean, look, I am doing this video right now, which is me doing something. So I'm not just trying to write anything down anymore. I'm not sitting in front of the blank page being frustrated. No, I told myself, fuck it. I'm just going to record. I'm going to press record. I have a few notes written down, and that should be it. Stop overthinking. Because for me, sometimes overthinking is the trap. And when I have to write something, then I might just get trapped into overthinking mode even more. And if you put a camera on me and I can just talk, that's me more. I'm more in my element than when I have to write it down and think, So sometimes it's just about grabbing the guitar and playing a few chords, or taking the camera and taking a few shots, whatever it is that you feel stuck in, right? So get into doing mode, or switch just creative gears, do something else, switch the project where you feel more inspired, when you immediately feel like there's something you can do. And damn, that's a nice sunset starting out here. Anyway, I am so easily distracted, but it's really beautiful. Damn, it's going right in my face right now. But anyway, we're done here almost. So let's get into doing mode, right? And that's literally what I'm doing today. You saw that last week with my video where I put a lot of effort into just editing, and I really enjoyed focusing more on editing, on visual storytelling instead of writing the script, and I just channeled my frustration with the blog. And now I'm doing something similar, right? I still feel burned out creatively, but I try to find other ways to express myself. It is helpful to have deadlines and to have a little bit of pressure, and to set time aside when we want to write, when we want to create. So structure is helpful for creativity, but then it can easily overwhelm us, and we can create a sense of fear which blocks us completely. So the deadline isn't the problem. It's the internal pressure we create around it. So if you're stuck in that spiral right now, remember, you get to choose what thoughts you believe. Your inner critic is just trying to help you badly. And sometimes the only way out is through, by creating something, anything. Anyway, I'm gonna have some fun now, so see you then. Bye-bye. Ouch. Should have planned that.